Hi, this is Yahoo. I'm a corruption trader. It's Monday, August 4th, 2025, and 5:04 p.m. Japan time. Let's dive into today's market review. The Nikkei Inigo closed at 40290 yen. There were fears of the Reiwa-era Black Monday over the weekend, but in the end, the market dropped only about 1.2%, so it was not a panic, so some expected. We already saw a sharp decline on Friday following weak US jobs data, but interestingly, markets did not show much additional panic over the weekend. Volatility spiked briefly, and the VIX hit around 2.8, but settled at 26.18 by the close. This suggests that while there's concern, we are not in full-blown panic mode. Now, what really matters is how the US market moves tonight. Japan's market might look strong on the surface, but momentum and sentiment are right on the edge. It could go either way from here. To me, a real driver right now is not the jobs report. It's ongoing tariff negotiations and broader trade policy. Today, both Prime Minister Shiba and Minister Kazawa made key remarks on the front. Kazawa said the tariff agreement is not legally binding yet, is not even finalized on the paper. And Shiba noted that actually implementing the deal will be extremely difficult. What this means is while we heard about 1.5% tariff agreement, the risk of it snapping back to 2.5% is very much alive. Even if 1.5% become the base case, markets have started pricing into future EPS forecast, and those earnings still does not look great. If the deal breaks down or proves unenforceable, and the upside risk of 2-5% tariffs returns, which could weigh heavy on markets again. We also saw hints of the shift fiscal policy. Ishiba mentioned the possibility of rising corporate tax if consumption tax is reduced. So we might be looking at the tax swap scenario. Now here's a point I've been repeating lately. Tariff is this new era, not just about trade. They are tools used by national state alliance to reclaim currency from global corporations. As AI continues to reprice rather, corporate profit rise, but so does structural unemployment. That gap needs funding, but multinational corporations are notoriously hard to tax through traditional means. So, how do you tax them? Through tariffs. This is not nation versus nation battle. It's nation alliance versus corporate alliance scenarios. And we are seeing it unfold in real time. Against this backdrop, I remain skeptical about the current stock rally. Looking overseas, S&P dropped 1.59% from Friday, closed at 6238. Yes, it's technically still in uptrend, but the momentum is clearly fading. And outside of the market, it's brutally hot here in Japan. Tokyo hit 38, 39 Doshi today, and even Hokkaido touched 40 Doshi. We are entering a climate new normal. This kind of heat poses serious risk to real world productivity, especially for people working outdoors. Climate volatility and the tariff negotiation, tax policy shifts, we are in a period of deep structural reassessment. And the US market move tonight could set the tone for Japan tomorrow. That's it for today. If you find this perspective valuable, feel free to follow. Think of it as buying a long put on conversational and making thinking. And talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you.